What is called? It's called Loghima. Loghu means light. The first is Onima. Onima very one smaller part. Second one, I have explained Loghima, Loghu. Very light. Second one. After comparing all these mystic yoga siddhis to materialistic perfections, it is found that the materialistic scientists try for the some perfections. So actually there is no difference between mystic perfection and materialistic perfection. As there is no difference, that means mystic perfection is also material. A German scholar once said, the so-called yoga perfections have already been achieved by the modern scientists. And so he was not concerned with them. He intelligently went to India to learn how he could understand his eternal relationship with the Supreme Lord by means of Bhakti Yoga devotional sense. The German scholar was so fortunate. He understood that what is the use of the yoga? Yes, of material. That is, what is better than this? Better than yoga, Bhakti yoga. Of course, in the category of mystic perfection, there are certain processes which the material scientists have not yet been able to develop. For instance, the mystic yogi can enter into the sun planet simply by using the rays of the sunshine. This perfection is called Loghima, Loghu, light. Similarly, a yogi can touch the moon with his finger. Though the modern astronauts go to the moon with the help of spaceships, they undergo many difficulties. Whereas a person with mystic perfection can extend his hand and touch the moon with his finger. This siddhi is called prapti, acquisition. Just imagine, if you achieve all these things, you can onima, you can become, or you can get anything. You are taking this tree, you saw a nice mango in the tree, 100 feet above. You have practice it, you take it. By this power, you become thief. Because you are taking mango from others. You may be mystic perfection. You can take mango from any tree. But it is not your tree. As you are taking, that means you are a thief. So achieving this type of perfection to become thief. So what is this use of this type of perfection? Once upon a time, some students, some devotees asked, Prabhupada, there is a yogi. He can cross the river by walking. He can walk on the surface of the water. Prabhupada said, what is the big deal? Then devotee said, wow, it's not difficult thing. Prabhupada said, it needs only 4 annas, 25 paisa. You give 25 paisa boatman, he will take the other side of it. So why whole life you try for 25 paisa? What is the use? Walking in the surface of the water. But they are so foolish and they are puffed up with their materialism. So this siddhi is called prapti, acquisition. With this prapti siddhi, the perfect mystic yogi can not only touch the moon planet, but can extend his hand anywhere and take whatever he likes. I cannot understand what is the use of this thing. You can extend your hand, you can take anything. It is not your. Why you should do this? Better not to have this type of permission. He may be sitting thousands of miles away from a certain place. And if he likes, he can take fruit from a garden there. This is practice. Modern scientists have manufactured nuclear weapons with which they can destroy an insignificant part of this planet. But by the Yoga Siddhi, known as Ishita, one can create and destroy an entire planet simply at will. Ishita. Ishita means Ishar. Ishar means control. So that Siddhi, you can create a planet, you can destroy it. So at least the atom or another thing, you can destroy some part of the planet. So that Siddhi Ishita. Another part is called Bushita, Bosh. Bushita means controlling. Or if you say, do this, you'll be obliged to do that. Bosh, the power of controlling other, Bosh. And by this perfection, one can bring anyone under his control. This is a kind of hypnotism, which is almost irresistible. Sometimes it is found that a yogi who may have attained a little perfection, the Bushita mystic power comes out among the people and speaks all sorts of nonsense, controls their minds, exploits them, takes their money, and then goes in. So many in India, so many Yogasiddhis are there. And by their Yogasiddhi, what they are doing? They become Bhagavan. We are Bhagavan. So many people are getting this mystic power, and foolish people are attracted by that mystic power. Guru Maharaj said, he said, we may not have that type of mystic power by making cash from the ash, but we know the value. Cash and ash both are the same. So why we should make cash from the ash? Because in Guru was nicely explained in Abhay when Bhakti challenge this Falgu Bhagavan. Bhakti chastise him. You are a rascal. One day you will die. You can control, you have no control about your future. And why are you claiming you are God? You are not God, you are a rascal. Why you cannot understand that? After a few days you will die. You know why you cannot understand? You say, yes, I know that. Then why you are telling? He said, no, I want people come in front of me with folded hand, they praise me. It gives me so much pleasure. What I can do? Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, tell them that I am not the Bhagavan. No, I cannot do that. When they with folded hand come in front of me, I get a lot of joy. Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, this is going to end. You are rascal. It's so foolish. They cannot see what is the future. That is why I said that Krishna Bhakta is the most intelligent. They can understand what is going to happen. What is the use of this thing? There is another mystic power is called known as prakamma. It's more powerful. It's called actual magic. By this prakamma power, one can achieve anything he likes. Kamma, kamana, prakamma, anything, whatever he likes. For example, one can make water into his eyes and then again come out from within the eye. Simply by his will, he can perform such wonderful activities. Over the bracket is magic. Magician can show all this type of thing. And top most of all, Kamavashayita. The highest possible mystic power is called Kamavashayita. This is also magic. But whereas the Prakama power acts to create wonderful effects within the scope of nature, Kamavashita permits one to contradict nature. In other words, to do the impossible. Of course, one can derive great amounts of temporary happiness by achieving such yogic materialistic perfections. Yes, because it's so nice what I used. Yes, when you can derive some happiness, but this temporary. Foolishly, people who are enamored of glamour, of modern materialistic advancement, are thinking that the Krishna consciousness movement is for less intelligent man. I am better off being busy with my materialistic comforts, maintaining a nice apartment, family, and sex life. Some people may claim like that. These people do not know that at any moment they can be kicked out of this material situation. Due to ignorance, they do not know the real life is eternal. The temporary comforts of the body are not the goal of life. And it is due only to darkest ignorance that people become enamored of glimmering achievements of material comforts. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has therefore said that the advancement of material knowledge renders a person more foolish because it causes one a grateful his real identification by its glamour. In his Sharanagati, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, to explain Sharanagati, he wrote 50 songs. In first humility, he wrote 7 songs. There he mentioned once, Jaro vidya jato mayar vaibhav tomar bhajane badha anitya sangsare moh janamiya jibke pare gadha. This materialistic education, material knowledge, what happens? If person makes foolish like ass. Jaro mayar vaibhav tomar bhajane badha, impediments for spiritual purpose. And anitya sangsare moh janamiya. Due to material education, we become attached in this material world. Oh, I have a lot of money, I have a lot of knowledge, I can do this, do this. That means what is he doing? He is doing some material. Due to that material knowledge, due to that material opulence, he is busy with the material activities. If he would have devoid of all this type of material opulence, surely you would have accepted Krishna consciousness seriously. As he is with so many material possessions, material knowledge, material opulence, see, he used that thing for material activities. That means that knowledge is making me ass. This is doom for him because this human form of life is meant for getting out of the material contamination. By the advancement of material knowledge, people are becoming more and more entangled in material existence. They have no hope of being liberated from this catastrophe. In Hari Bhakti Shuddhada, it is stated that Prahlad Maharaj, a great devotee of Lord, prayed to Nrsimhadev as follows: My dear Lord, I repeatedly pray unto you, lotus feet, that I may simply be stronger in devotional service. I simply pray that my Krishna consciousness may be more strong and steady. Because happiness derived out of Krishna consciousness and devotional service is so powerful that with it, one can have all the other perfections of religiousness, economic development, sense gratification, and even the attainment of liberation from material existence. What Prahlad must say? I want to be more steady Krishna conscious. Why? Because the happiness of Krishna consciousness, devotional service, is so powerful that within it one can have all that. Even Shamucha, so beautiful. For seeing that, you have to give $1. This fragrance so is nice. For taking fragrance, you have to give $2. But if you eat it, you have to give $3. So if you eat $3, we'll have to give separately another one rupee for seeing the beauty, and another $2 for smelling. No, it is included. Krishna consciousness, jnana, yoga, tapas, all type of things, everything is included in Krishna consciousness. So Prahlad Maharaj said, that is why, oh Lord, please bless me so that I can become more steady in Krishna consciousness. Actually, a pure devotee does not aspire after any of this perfection, because the happiness derived from devotional service in Krishna consciousness is so transcendental and so unlimited that no other happiness can be compared with it. It is said that even one drop of happiness in Krishna consciousness stands beyond comparison with an ocean of happiness derived from any other activity. Don't think these are the exaggeration. There's any person who has developed even a little quantity of pure devotional service can very easily kick out all the other kinds of happiness derived from dharma, artha, kama, and religiousness, economic development, sense gratification, and liberation. There was a great devotee of Lord Chaitanya. His name was Kholabasa Siddha, who was a very poor man. He was doing a small business selling cups made from the leaves of plantain trees, and his income was almost nothing. Still, he was spending 50% of his small income on the worship of the Ganges, and with the other 50%, he was somehow living. Lord Chaitanya once revealed himself to the confidential devotees Kholabasa Siddha and offered him any opulence that he liked. Siddharth asked any type of perfection from me. But Siddharth informed that Lord that he did not want any material. He was quite happy in his present position and wanted only to gain unflinching faith and devotion unto the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya. That is the position of pure devotees. If they can be engaged 24 hours each day in devotional service, they do not want anything else, not even the happiness of liberation or of becoming one with the Supreme. Acharya wrote one song, তোমার সেবায় যত সুখ, হ্যাঁ, যত দুঃখ হয় সেও তো পরম সুখ। সেবা সুখ দুঃখ পরম সম্পদ, নাশয় অবিদ্যা। Their author said, in serving Krishna, whatever there is suffering, actually that is pleasant. Because due to that, due to that suffering, in serving Krishna, if there is suffering, maybe externally looks as suffering, but due to that, we will be free from avidya dukh, the permanent suffering of ignorance, we will be free from there. Maybe there is temporary suffering, but serving Krishna will relieve us from the suffering of ignorance. That ignorance will give us perpetual suffering. In Narad Pancharatra, it is also said that any person who has developed even a small amount of devotional service does not care a fig for any kind of happiness derived from religiousness, economic development, sense gratification, or 5 kinds of liberation. Dharma, Artha, Kama. Chatur Purushartha. 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 Goal of human life. Chatur, 4 types. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. People want to become religious. Then, why they perform religiosity? To become opulent, economic development. Why economic development? So that he can gratify his senses more nicely. And after sense gratification, what is this? These are for liberation. But to a pure devotee, all these are insecure. It is stated that as a personal attendant and maidservant of a queen, follow the queen with all respect and obeisance. Similarly, the joys of religiousness, economic development, sense gratification, and liberation follow the devotional service of the Lord. I hope it is clear. Devotional service is queen. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, maid servant. As the maid servant follow the queen, so Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha follow pure devotion. In other words, a pure devotee does not lack any kind of happiness derived from any source. He does not want anything but service to Krishna. But even if he should have another desire, the Lord fulfills this without the devotee's asking. Rareness of pure devotional service. I think this is finished here. This rareness of pure devotional service is another headline. Bhakti Shudurlava. This is not in this section. So rareness of pure devotional service, it is in Sanskrit called Shudurlava. Pure devotional service is very rare to achieve. So this have Chandrananda Visheshatma, they're up to this. So we read rareness of pure devotional service from they are not pure devotional service. Very rare to achieve. Okay. We can stop here.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam. Maharaj, I have two questions. The first one, Maharaj, is that I have read, I mean, in some class I have heard that there was a devotee, Rasikananda Brahmachari, and when his disciple asked him about the Siddhis, and he questioned about the Vaishnav Sampradaya and Siddhis, then he threw the toothbrush he was chewing, and with that throw, he actually showed him the Lahima Shakti. Maharaj, my question is it possible that a devotee can also attain all these siddhis while practicing pure devotional service? That is question
Yes.
number one.
Yes. They can do, but they don't. Jai, you have 5 kilo gold. Can you buy 5 kilo potato? Will you buy that? Will you buy? You
No,
have
Maharaj.
what? Somebody, you don't have a power to buy 5 kilo potato. What is this use of gold? If we tell you will not use your 5 kilo gold for 5 kilo potato. So devotee will not use all this type of ordinary. Prabhupada said, he showed his devotees, this is my shit. See, this is my magic. I made them devotee, that is magic. It is not magic. It is not Siddhi. Not better.
Maharaj, the second question was, as you were mentioning about how a soul desires, and based on his desire, things are getting sanctioned. I mean, in 13th chapter, we understand Bhagavad Gita that the soul desires, and then out of that desire, if it is sanctioned by Paramatma, then it is fulfilled. The arrangements by the material nature is made and is achieved. Maharaj, as you mentioned, Lord intervenes. So Lord intervenes as Paramatma, or that is the Guru in case of devotee.
Both way. Internally as Paramatma, externally by Guru Vaishnavas. Both ways.
Thank you, Maharaj. These were two questions. Dandavat Pranam, Maharaj.
Okay. I think there are no more questions. Thank you very much. So you may not get so much interest in reading this book, but when you finish this book, that time will get understood. Yes. Yeah, alone, this type of passion very difficult to develop. Reading one page for half an hour, due to our passionate nature, we cannot give so much time for reading and understanding one page in half an hour. So far, lecture division. So,
Hare Krishna Radha Bhajana.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.